Introduction to the world of Scadrial. The Lord Ruler, a godlike tyrant who has ruled for a millennium, is the ruler of the world where the story starts. Every night mist descends, and the land is blanketed in ash, creating a desolate and oppressive atmosphere. The nobility, who are rich and privileged, and the oppressed Ska, who are treated like slaves, make up a rigidly divided society. The formidable military and administrative organization, known as the Steel Ministry, under the command of the terrifying Steel Inquisitors, upholds the Lord Ruler's firm hold on the Empire. Kelsier and the beginnings of rebellion. The narrative begins with Kelsier, a charismatic and notorious Ska thief who is also a Mistborn, a unique person who possesses all of the abilities of this world's magic system, Allomancy. Allomancy involves ingesting and burning metals to gain various abilities, such as enhanced strength, speed, or manipulating emotions. Kelsier is not just a thief, but a revolutionary with a plan to overthrow the Lord Ruler and free the Ska from oppression. Kelsier's hatred for the final empire stems from personal tragedy. He and his wife, Mare, were betrayed and captured by the Lord Ruler's forces. Mare was killed in the infamous pits of Hathsin, a brutal prison, while Kelsier survived, discovering his Mistborn abilities. Driven by vengeance and a desire for justice, Kelsier begins assembling a team of talented allomancers and thieves to carry out his audacious plan, not only to overthrow the Lord Ruler, but also to rob the Lord Ruler's wealth from the great houses, the noble families that serve him. Vin's introduction and training. Vin, a Ska street urchin who has lived her entire life surviving among criminal gangs, is the other main character. Vin has always had a talent for affecting people's feelings, but she is unaware that this is due to her allomancer traits. She is discovered by Kelsier, who recognizes her potential as a Mistborn like himself. Kelsier takes Vin under his wing, teaching her to harness her powers and revealing to her the intricacies of allomancy. As Vin learns to use metals to enhance her physical abilities, manipulate emotions, and even fly by pushing and pulling against metals, she begins to gain confidence and starts to believe in Kelsier's rebellion. The team that Kelsier assembles includes a range of allomancers with different specialties, including Breeze, a soother who can calm emotions, Hammond, Ham, a thug who gains superhuman strength, Clubs, a smoker who can hide allomantic powers from detection, and Doxon, Kelsier's close friend and logistical mastermind. The plan to overthrow the final empire. Kelsier has two plans. First, he wants to incite rebellion among the Ska people. Second, he wants to destabilize the empire by setting the great houses of Luthadel, the capital city, against each other. The crew's main goal is to manipulate the noble class by sabotaging their alliances and using allomancy to create confusion and mistrust. At the same time, Kelsier intends to destroy the Lord Ruler's power base by raiding his treasuries and weakening his army. Vin is tasked with infiltrating noble society, posing as Valette Renew, the niece of a minor nobleman. This allows her to gather information from the great houses and attend their lavish balls. During this time, Vin meets Elend Venture, the heir to one of the most powerful noble houses. Unlike most of the nobility, Elend is a reform-minded idealist who reads banned books about Ska rights and criticizes the Lord Ruler's oppressive regime. Vin is drawn to Elend's genuine kindness and ideals, but she struggles with her dual identity as both a Ska and a noblewoman. Building tensions and political maneuvering, Kelsier's schemes start to take shape as Vin gets to know Elend better and discovers more about the nobility's political intrigues. Through sabotage, assassinations, and allomantic manipulation, the crew successfully incites conflict among the great houses. However, Kelsier's true goal is much more ambitious than just causing disorder. He wants to kill the Lord Ruler himself, an immortal being believed to be invincible. Kelsier's crew, especially Vin, start to question whether the plan is even possible. The Lord Ruler has ruled for 1,000 years, and his power is absolute. However, Kelsier's charisma and unshakable confidence keep the crew moving forward. He reveals a secret weapon he discovered in the pits of Hathsin, a mysterious 11th metal that he believes can be used to defeat the Lord Ruler. The rebellion and the siege of Luthadel. As Kelsier's rebellion gains momentum, tensions rise across the empire. The Ska begin to believe that rebellion might actually be possible, and Kelsier becomes a symbol of hope. However, the Lord Ruler's forces, including the terrifying Steel Inquisitors, begin to crack down on the rebellion. These Inquisitors, with metal spikes driven through their eyes and immense allomantic power, are nearly unstoppable and serve as the Lord Ruler's most feared enforcers. Despite this, Kelsier's crew continues with their plan, and a full-scale rebellion erupts in Luthadel. The Ska rise up, but the Lord Ruler's army, the Obligators, priests of the Steel Ministry, and the Steel Inquisitors strike back mercilessly. The rebellion suffers heavy losses, and it becomes clear that defeating the Lord Ruler will require more than just a clever plan. It will require a miracle. The sacrifice and the legacy of Kelsier. In the midst of the chaos, Kelsier faces the Lord Ruler directly in a dramatic confrontation. Kelsier, knowing that his plan hinges on more than just defeating the Empire militarily, sacrifices himself in front of the Skea rebels, allowing himself to be killed by the Lord Ruler. This act turns Kelsier into a martyr and a legend, inspiring the Skea to continue the fight. Kelsier's death becomes a rallying point for the rebellion, and the belief that he will somehow return to save them gives the Skea new hope. After Kelsier's death, the crew is devastated, but Vin steps up to lead. She discovers that Kelsier had planned for this all along. His death was meant to galvanize the Skea into believing that they could overthrow the final empire. Using her Mistborn powers and the teachings Kelsier left behind, Vin decides to finish what he started. Vin's confrontation with the Lord Ruler. Vin, driven by her loyalty to Kelsier and her newfound determination, infiltrates the Lord Ruler's palace. She confronts the Lord Ruler in an epic battle, using the knowledge and skills she has gained throughout the story. The Lord Ruler reveals that he is not just an Allomancer, but also a ferrochemist, able to store physical and mental attributes in metal, making him incredibly powerful and long-lived. Vin, though outmatched, uses the 11th metal, a mysterious substance that Kelsier had discovered but never fully understood. With its help, Vin uncovers the Lord Ruler's secret. He is not truly immortal, but a man who has used both allomancy and ferochemy to prolong his life for 1,000 years. Vin manages to destroy the Lord Ruler's metal mines, the source of his power, and in a climactic moment, kills him, bringing his reign to an end. The aftermath and the dawn of a new era. With the Lord Ruler's death, the final empire collapses. The Ska are free, and the power vacuum left behind creates the potential for a new society. However, the story is far from over. As the book closes, it is clear that although the Lord Ruler is gone, the world of Scadrial is still full of mysteries, dangers, and challenges. Vin and Elend, now at the center of the emerging power structure, must navigate the uncertain future. Elend, with his idealistic views and leadership skills, is poised to help shape the new government, while Vin continues to grapple with her identity and the full extent of her Mistborn abilities. The fall of the final empire sets the stage for even greater challenges in the books to come.